My name is Anthony, and you're watching a rebuild series. I'm trying to rebuild this Cx500. I bought it in July of 2021, so I have it now for 2 years. I bought it as a school project to see if bikes are more efficient than cars are, because I was just interested and I really like bikes, and I had a reason to like buy a bike. So this is what remained. I didn't get a very good grade on the test, but that's fine. I had fun, so that's great, and I finished school. So and now I have this bike that doesn't have any brakes, doesn't have a headlight, doesn't have exhaust, and I still want to do the rear end. I want to do that again because I don't like how the former owner like welded it. He went to a professional welder. That's fine, but the design, I'm not impressed with the design. I would like a little bit more Plumber and Co. design, kinda, if you know what I mean. Those guys are amazing. Like I watch their stuff all the time, but I want to do that. And in this journey, I'm gonna hopefully learn to weld. I have a TIG machine that I bought to like learn welding, and we're gonna rebuild the brakes because like I think they're okay because I bought them second hand from a dealer, but I'm still gonna do it again because why not? I will learn something and you guys will see something and it's interesting. And we're gonna hopefully do it all on our own. But if I'm gonna do something by someone else, I will just like let you guys know who did it and if I would go recommend them. But you'll see, you'll see. I had it running once before for the school project, and it sounded great. It really did. And after that, I didn't really do anything with it after the school project because I just needed the data from the motorcycle. And we had like a makeshift exhaust. We had the exhaust tips that's just coming out of the block straight to a tube and then to a muffler at the end. But the muffler wasn't very restrictive, and it even said that it shouldn't be used on motorcycles newer than a certain date. What this is newer than a certain date. It's still carbureted, so it's a lot of fun to tune it and stuff like that. Like it's gonna be difficult. But I already once went into the carbs to like check it because I had one Cx500 before this one, and that one had a problem where if you were riding stationary, it would only fire on one cylinder, and if you were going up in RPM, you were over the 4,000 RPM, it started to fire on both sides. So I checked the carburetor if it was clogged, and yeah, one of the jets was clogged, and I unclogged it, and then it started to run on two cylinders. But because that bike was in such a great state, I was like too scared to start a project, because when you start a project like this, you either go all in and you make it and it works, or you sit in a room talking about a motorcycle that you're gonna work on, because it is hard. It is very hard. You start to like see how many skills you have to like finish something like this. I have respect for the people who do this kind of stuff, and I have seen a lot of videos of people who are doing it, and of course arrogant me said always thinks like, oh, I would have done it differently, but I didn't even do it yet. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how much different it's gonna be than every other custom bike you see on the YouTube that has been built by hand. But the owner before me, he rebuilt the entire engine, and it's really nice that he did that. But it's a shame because like I have been installing it outside for 2 years. This is now inside for maybe 3 weeks, so half a month, and that's a shame because you can see the paint already coming off the block and stuff like that, and buildup of rust on the metal that has been welded on. It isn't bad rust, it isn't true and true, it's just surface rust, but it's annoying to see, especially for a motorcycle that has been like built and then stopped and sold to me as in to finish the project. I tried, but I didn't have any free time then. I was finishing my here in the Netherlands we have like three phases of school. You have your first phase that's from until you're 12, I think. And then you go to a phase that's longer, and it depends on how like smart you are, how long it will take. And after like 5-6 years, you're done with that, and then you go to university and start to study. And in the time that I was in the second period, so like the period that would take like 4 or 5 years, or 6, depends on which level of school you did, I bought this. So I didn't really have time when I was finishing that. At the same time, I bought this as a project because I needed it for school. I didn't really do anything with it, just like getting it to run, and that's it. And it just became a burden because every time when it stormed or every time when there was something in the city, I was always thinking, oh fuck, I need to get this bike somewhere safe. And now it's in my room. This is my bedroom. It's a very big bedroom. I'm very lucky to have this room, and I'm very happy to have parents who let me use this and be able to do this. So thank you, mom and dad, and thank you everybody else who's like helping me with this. And also thank you, my brother, because this is filming with his gear. I also have gear, but after a few years, my brother bought the Sony a7 IV and some mics and stuff, and now I'm just always asking him if can I use your stuff, and if I don't, I can use my own gear. But why not use the good gear if I can use the good gear? And I also have I'm like kind of already in my midlife crisis, if you think about it. I have a lot of projects going on. I already have a Honda SS50, and I also have a Volvo 146 E. I really enjoy that car too. But again, and I also have a boat. I also have a boat that I like have just in the water, but I want to finish this one this year because this year I'm gonna try to get my motorcycle license. I'm gonna pause this video and quickly explain what I'm saying right here because it is kind of hard to follow. Here in the Netherlands, we do it a little bit different. In the Netherlands, when you turn 18, you can get your motorcycle license with 125cc. The annoying thing about that is that you can only ride 100 and 110 kilometers per hour, so just the speed limit. And when you're allowed to get more cc, you need to get your driver's license again. So you pay a lot more money because you have to do your driver's license 2 times instead of 1. That's why I'm waiting until I'm 21. When you turn 21, you can get your motorcycle license with code 80. Code 80 means that in 2 years, you'll be free to ride every cc that you want, and you won't have to get your driver's license again. So it's not the same as in the USA where you can just get your motorcycle's license at a very early age. What is annoying, but it is more safe. So I do understand it, but I'm not really happy with the rules. But gotta live with it. So yeah, that's me. That's my motorcycle. I'm very happy with it, and hopefully at the not at the end of this year, because in July I will be turning 21. Hopefully before July I will have this thing finished, so that if I get my motorcycle license, I can say I got my own motorcycle that I can ride. So we're gonna see. You're gonna see. I've high hopes, but I'm not sure if everything is gonna work out and if everything is gonna be as smooth as I will hope it's gonna be. But you guys will see.